Hey guys, so this is just a quick video to briefly outline how naive T helper cells are activated in response to antigen. So just a bit of background, naive T cells are activated by antigen, which is presented on an APC, which stands for antigen presenting cell. Now, there are two kinds of antigen presenting cells. First, we have intracellular pathogen displayed on MHC1 on all nucleated cells, which is basically every cell except a red blood cell, because they don't have nuclei. Now, these degrade intracellular pathogens, such as viruses, through proteasome degradation. This is the first kind of antigen-presenting cell. Now, the second kind of antigen-presenting cell has a special name, and that's professional antigen-presenting cells. Now, these guys normally display extracellular pathogen or antigen on MHC2. Now, extracellular pathogens include things like bacteria, and they degrade them through phagolysosome degradation. Now, professional antigen-presenting cells are only macrophages, dendritic cells, and B cells or B lymphocytes, which is different from regular antigen-presenting cells, which are all nucleated cells, right? So what's very important to note between these two is that cytotoxic T cells respond to antigen presented on MHC1, whereas helper T cells respond to antigen presented on MHC2. And because in this video I'm talking about helper T cell activation, obviously I'm only talking about professional antigen presenting cells with MHC2. That's why I put a star here, because this is relevant to this video. This is just some background. So professional antigen-presenting cells, which again are macrophages, dendritic cells, or B cells, will present extracellular pathogen or antigen, which have undergone phagolysosome degradation, on MHC2, which will then activate the immature T cell or Th0 cell through T cell receptor MHC engagement. Now this requires co-stimulation by B7 on the APC and by CD28 on the T helper cell. Without this co-stimulation, this interaction cannot result in any successful activation of the immature T cell. In response to this interaction plus co-stimulation, the immature T cell will start upregulating its secretion of IL-2 as well as IL-2 receptors. So this is IL-2, and this is it activating upon the immature T cell through what we call autocrine IL-2 stimulation. And that's going to cause the T cell to undergo activation and proliferation. So it'll activate in order to give either a Th1 cell or a Th2 cell. Now these are both T helper cells, but just different types, and they have distinct roles. And whether or not the Th0 cell or the immature T cell will become this type of cell or this kind of cell depends on the cytokine environment. So if there's a lot of interferon gamma around, which is secreted by macrophages and dendritic cells, it will turn into a Th1 cell. Alternatively, if there's a lot of IL-4 in the environment, which is secreted by B cells, then it'll become a Th2 cell. So this is important because Th1 cells secrete interferon gamma and IL-2, which is important in dendritic cell and macrophage activation. These cells, dendritic cells and macrophages, play a key role in intracellular or viral protection, right? Because most viruses attack intracellularly. Whereas Th2 cells will secrete IL-4 or IL-10 in order to activate B cells, which play a key role in extracellular or bacterial protection. So they have distinct roles. So just to recap real quickly, naive helper T cells are stimulated by antigen from professional antigen presenting cells presented on MHC2 through co-stimulation in order to activate itself through autocrine IL-2 stimulation in order to differentiate into either Th1 or Th2, which supports intracellular/viral protection or extracellular/bacterial protection, respectively. Thanks for watching.